Hello, folks. This is Pastor Mike Hoggard, pastor of Bethel Church in Festus, Missouri, and head of Prophetic Research Ministry with another Watchman video broadcast. Got a picture for you. A snapshot taken. Here is the aging, hobbling, looks like he's got a cane, Henry Kissinger making his way into, of all places, the Bilderberg meeting. Now, I will tell you, we started this broadcast out a year and a half ago with a video clip of Henry Kissinger talking about how this financial crisis was going to bring in a new world order. We can see some of that coming to fruition right now. So Henry Kissinger has long been known. He's Council of Foreign Relations, Trilateral Commission, and probably has not missed a Bilderberg meeting yet. And if you don't know what the Bilderbergs are, I've never been to one. They haven't invited me yet. I don't think they ever will. But anyway, it's a consortium, and I have a list of names. I want to give you some of the names of the people that are there. It's sort of a consortium of people from all over the world gathering together to decide how they're going to manipulate the world throughout the next year. How they're going to bring the world and our nation and Canada and Mexico and Spain and all of these other nations into a new global conglomerate society. Instead of this nation being an independent nation, now we're global. Now we're part of everything. And here's Kissinger walking in. Here is, and nobody really knows what they're doing in there, but the interesting thing to do is to watch and see what happens after they have this meeting. Listen to news report. Let me read some of the names here so you understand kind of some of the people that are going to be there. Some of these you've never heard of, but some of them are affiliated with some of the most powerful political, finance, and business groups that there are in the world, and media people. We have Joseph Ackerman. He's from Germany. He is the chairman of the management board of the group of executive committee of Deutsche Bank in Germany. We have Rusin Kakir, who is a journalist. But they're not going to report on what's going on there. We have Gordon Campbell, the Premier of British Columbia. We have, let's see here. Gustavo A. Cisneros, Chairman and CEO of Cisneros Group of Companies. We have TDK Bank Financial Group represented. We have George David, Chairman of Coca-Cola. I guess he's going to supply all the beverages for the meeting. We have Bill and Melinda Gates. Now that he's not running Microsoft every day, he's got time to go to meetings. And so he's at the Bilderberg meeting. We have Philip Gordon, Assistant Secretary of State for European and Eurasian Affairs. So, in fact, we have two people from the State Department of the United States of America represented at this group. Donald Graham, Chairman and CEO of the Washington Post Company. You can bet that they're not going to report on anything that was discussed in the meeting. But you need to understand this. These people are being used simply as media outlets for the things that are going on. I got a whole page full of people that I missed here. Let's see who's from the United States here. Richard Holbrooke, Special Rep for Afghanistan and Pakistan. Robert Hormats, Undersecretary for Economic, Energy, and Agricultural Affairs. Let's see here. James Johnson, Vice Chairman, Perseus. That's interesting because this movie, Percy Jackson and the lightning thief, whatever, he was half man, half God. He was named after Perseus. Let's see here. Let's move on. Henry Kissinger. Oh, there he is. We got a picture of him. Let's see here. Klaus Kleinfeld, Chairman and CEO of Alcoa Agricultural. Boy, the list goes on here. I don't want to miss. Oh, here we are. Microsoft is represented. Craig Mundy, Chief Research and Strategy Officer of Microsoft Corporation. Let's see here. Let's move on down the list. Let's get to some interesting people here. Eric Schmidt, CEO and Chairman of the Board of Google. And he's a member of the Board of Executive Directors. Chairman of the Board of Google is at the Bilderberg meeting. Now, they were there last year. And all these things that are coming out, of course, Google's the one, they're mapping the globe. Not only they're mapping the globe, they're sort of geo-coordinating everything. They're driving up and down the streets. If you get Google Earth, you can see their street view, and you can see pictures of the street that you might be on. But while they were doing that, they got caught, and they're supposedly being punished by all these countries, which they're not really. But they got caught stealing people's computer information from their wireless network. They were hacking into people's wireless networks on the way down. So they didn't start doing that until after they go to a Bilderberg meeting. Google is a search engine. And we always think, well, I'm going to use Google to search the internet. Really, what I think is going on is Google is using the internet to search you. Because the database, everything you type in, everything you search for is being databased, and a little conglomerate scheme of who you are and what you represent based upon your IP address. Who else would we have here? Charlie Rose, the producer, Rose Communications. He's the one that does all these interviews on PBS. Robert Rubin, co-chairman, Council on Foreign Relations, former Secretary of the Treasury. Let's see here in the list. List is Lawrence Summers, National Economic Council, on and on and on and on. Christine Varney, Assistant Attorney General for Antitrust, and so on. Some of the most powerful people, influential people in the world showing up at the Bilderberg meeting. I don't know what's going on there, but I promise you they're going to make sure that everything that happens throughout this next year is fully under their control. And you can almost bet that they're discussing this oil spill, and we got some news on that. And I am slow to react on certain issues when it comes to things that are put out on the internet. Some people were putting out various types of information here lately concerning the oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico, and saying that martial law was going to be declared any minute now because of the health risks due to the oil spill. Now, some people were really hyping this up, and I just don't automatically jump on the hype bandwagon. However, there are some things that I'm going to report mostly without comment, because these are things that are real, things that we know are happening, things that are being admitted. Here's the first one. This is from the Army's website. Guard readies as Gulf Coast braces for oil spill. This is dated April 30th, 2010. At least 3 states along the Gulf of Mexico are preparing for a potential call for thousands of National Guard members as the nation ramps up its response to the Deepwater Horizon oil spill today. Louisiana Governor Bobby Jindal sent letters to federal officials asking them to approve funding to activate up to 6,000 Guard members to assist in the response to the oil spill. The article says, currently our soldiers and airmen are staging for and are engaged in the planning of the effort to evacuate and provide security and clean up for the coastal communities expected to be impacted by the oil spill, Jindal wrote. They are engaged in the protection of vital infrastructure to include medical facilities, fuel distribution, interstate highways, water ice distribution, and power facilities, which are all vital to the recovery of coastal Louisiana. Now, I want to stop right here, okay? And this sounds ominous. And naturally, we have, on one hand, we have a distrust for things related to the United States government, FEMA, Department of Homeland Security, and all of this stuff. We have this natural distrust, okay? Now, from a practical standpoint, if there is some sort of a disaster in the making, or in the works, or in the progress, or has already happened, it is normal and natural for governors to dispatch their National Guard troops or their state guard troops or whatever it is. It is normal for them to do that. It is normal for them to dispatch these guys. This is one of the things that they're trained to do. I mean, basically, you have a bunch of guys in uniforms that are there to do basically anything that needs to be done, whether it's to guard this facility or to hand out aid or to help in the cleanup or to just whatever, any number of things. So we can't automatically say, oh my goodness, martial law, they've got troops with guns and are going to shoot people. We can't automatically say that, okay? So that's one thing. Now to the next one. This is dated June 9th, 2010. U.S. Northcom. Now stop right here. We reported last year, and several others did, on U.S. Northcom. This is the North American Command Center of the United States.